Day 4 in this forsaken Russian city. My name's James, a photojournalist who's seen too much. War zones, mass graves, the collapse of London. Now I'm running for my life with Artem, a local survivor who's tougher than he looks. My camera's rolling, capturing every second of this nightmare. We're fleeing a creature, something twisted, something that shouldn't exist. Its screeches claw at my ears as we sprint through crumbling streets, the air thick with ash and decay. My heart slams against my ribs, a frantic drumbeat urging me forward. Artem's ahead, his boots pounding the pavement, his axe glinting faintly in the dim gray light. Behind us, the creature shrieks, a sound like nails scraping a chalkboard, mixed with the wail of a dying animal. I risk a glance over my shoulder, and my stomach lurches. It's tall, emaciated, its skin stretched tight over jagged bones. Its arms end in claws that scrape the ground, and its eyes glow a sickly yellow, fixed on us with hunger. Artem shouts, "Move, James!" It's gaining. I stumble over a pile of rubble, shattered concrete, and twisted rebar, nearly dropping my camera. Artem grabs my arm, yanking me forward. We dive through the doorway of his apartment building, a decaying Soviet relic. He slams the door shut, and I throw my weight against it as something massive crashes into the other side. The wood splinters but holds. Bloody hell, I gasp, chest heaving. What was that? Artem leans against the wall, sweat dripping from his brow. I don't know, he says, his voice rough. One of the new ones. Faster. Hungrier. He wipes his face with a trembling hand. We're safe here. For now. I nod, but my hands shake as I adjust the camera lens. Safe. In this city, that's a delusion. Inside Artem's cramped apartment, we pile furniture against the door. A battered couch, a chipped table, anything to buy time. The air smells of mildew and desperation. Artem paces, his axe still gripped tight. We can't keep running, he says, his accent thick with urgency. We need weapons. Real ones. There's a gun shop 2 blocks west. Rifles, ammo, if it's not picked clean. I pause, a can of stale soup in my hand. Guns? Artem, I've photographed enough war zones to know what they do. Syria, Afghanistan, violence just breeds more bodies. He stops pacing and glares at me. This isn't a war zone, James. This is hell. You saw that thing out there? You think your camera's gonna save us? I flinch, memories flashing. Blood-soaked streets, children's screams. I'm not saying we don't defend ourselves, I reply. I just don't want to lose who I am. Artem's expression softens slightly. Who you are won't matter if you're dead, he says. We need to fight. He's right, and I hate it. I think of my sister, her voice urging me to survive. Fine, I mutter. Let's pack and move. We gather supplies, dented cans, a half-empty water jug, a rusted knife I tuck into my belt. As we work, the silence grows heavy, broken only by distant moans outside. I glance at Artem. Your parents, you said they disappeared in the first wave. What happened? He stares at the floor, jaw tight. They were at the market when it hit, he says. Screams everywhere, then silence. I looked for days, found nothing but blood and those things. He grips his axe harder. What about you? London? Gone, I say quietly. I was on assignment when the blackout spread. Got out on the last boat. My sister didn't make it. My throat tightens. She believed I could tell the world's stories. Now, I'm just trying to live one. Artem meets my eyes, a flicker of understanding passing between us. We're not so different, you and me, he says. Lost everything. Still here. Yeah, I reply, forcing a grim smile. Still here. The gun shop looms ahead, its windows smashed, the sign hanging by a thread. The street is eerily quiet. the wind whistling through broken buildings. I narrate into the camera, my voice low. Day 4, hour 6. We've reached the shop. If we're lucky, there's something left to fight with. Inside it's a wreckage, shelves toppled, bullet casings scattered like confetti. Artem kicks an empty crate, cursing in Russian. Nothing, not even a damn pistol. I pan the camera across the ruin. Looks like we're not the first. Question is, who got here before us? A guttural snarl answers. From the alley, a zombie lurches into view, its flesh hanging in tatters, exposing ribs that gleam in the moonlight. One eye dangles from its socket, swinging as it charges. I drop the camera, instinct kicking in, and swing my axe. The blade sinks into its shoulder, severing muscle and bone. Black blood sprays, and it collapses, twitching. Nice hit, Artem says, breathless. You've got fight in you after all. I wipe the axe on my sleeve, grimacing. Didn't have a choice. But then we hear it. A chorus of moans rising like a tide. Shadows shift in the distance. Dozens of them. I grab my camera, zooming in. The horde emerges, each one more grotesque. One has a gaping chest cavity, its heart pulsing, dripping ichor. Another drags a twisted, elongated arm, its fingers clawing the ground. A third is covered in pulsating fungal growths, glowing faintly green, spores drifting from its maw. Artem, I whisper, we've got company. He spins, axe raised. More of them? Where are they coming from? No idea, I say, backing up. But they're not friendly. A low growl cuts through, and from the shop's rear a creature stalks out. A mutated dog, its fur patchy, its jaw unhinged with needle-like teeth. Its legs bend unnaturally, clicking as it moves. Artem swings his axe, catching it mid-leap. The blade cleaves its skull, and it crumples, oozing yellow pus. Keep moving, he yells. Back to the street. We bolt, but the horde closes in, their stench overwhelming. Rotting meat and sulfur. My camera catches glimpses. A zombie with no lower jaw, its tongue lolling. Another with bony spines erupting from its back. The mutated dog's kin howl nearby, their cries blending with the zombie's moans. We hit a dead end, an alley blocked by a collapsed wall. I turn to Artem, his face pale, his axe trembling. Ideas? I ask, voice cracking. Fight, he says grimly. It's all we've got. I raise my axe, adrenaline surging. The horde is steps away, their glowing eyes and fungal glows lighting the dark. A shadow leaps, a second mutant dog, jaws wide. I swing, cracking its spine, sending it sprawling. But the zombies press closer, too many to count. James, Artem shouts, slashing at a fungal zombie. Spores burst from its wounds, and he coughs, staggering. There's no end to them. I grab his arm, pulling him back. We're not dying here, I say, fierce and desperate. Not today. But as I speak, a deeper roar shakes the ground. Beyond the horde, something massive stirs, taller than the creature we fled, its silhouette jagged and wrong. The zombies pause, as if in awe. My camera trembles in my hand. We're surrounded, I whisper, and I don't think we can outrun that. Subscribe to Beyond Blackout and come back tomorrow. The next story's waiting. If you're watching this, we're still alive, barely. The next tape, God help us, it's worse.